Chapter 14. The Character Builder, BTS, K-pop Systems. The artist as a cast of characters. The character builder is one of the most important visual archetypes in contemporary music because it treats identity not as a single image, but as a structured universe. Where the minimal icon reduces everything to a few repeatable codes, the character builder expands. It creates multiple roles, moods, costumes, symbols, color palettes, and narrative positions. The artist becomes readable not through one fixed look, but through an evolving set of characters. This archetype is central to K-pop, where visual identity is rarely accidental. Styling, choreography, album concepts, music videos, fan communication, stage design, and social media content are developed as connected systems. The result is not simply good fashion or strong branding. It is a character architecture. BTS offers one of the clearest global examples. Their rise after the mid-2010s demonstrated how a group could scale emotional storytelling, fashion variation, and member-specific identity across global platforms without losing cohesion. Each member carried individual visual traits, yet the group remained legible as one brand. In this model, identity is not built around a single star image. It is built around relationships, between members, between eras, between visual themes, and between the audience and the world being constructed. What defines the character builder? The character builder archetype depends on several linked principles. First, there is multiplicity. The artist can appear as student, rebel, romantic, warrior, dreamer, outsider, angel, prince, athlete, or digital avatar. These roles may shift from album to album or even within a single campaign. Second, there is continuity beneath variation. Even when the styling changes dramatically, the artist's larger emotional system remains intact. BTS, for example, moved through school uniforms, streetwear, soft romantic styling, dark tailoring, athletic performance looks, high fashion, and retro pop references. Yet the underlying codes, youth, sincerity, brotherhood, transformation, and emotional openness, remained consistent. Third, there is member differentiation. In group-based systems, each performer needs a distinct visual lane. This is not only about personal style, it is about audience recognition. Fans must be able to read each member quickly, even when hair colors, outfits, and concepts change. Fourth, there is narrative layering. The look is not just decorative. It supports a story. K-pop visual identity often connects music videos, lyric themes, choreography, album packaging, stage sets, teaser images, and fan theories into a larger symbolic structure. The character builder therefore functions like a visual screenplay. The artist is not merely wearing clothes. They are entering a role. BTS and the expansion of group identity. BTS is especially useful because their visual system evolved from constrained beginnings into one of the most globally recognizable identities in modern music. Early BTS visuals leaned heavily into hip-hop-influenced streetwear, black clothing, chains, caps, heavy eyeliner, oversized silhouettes, and aggressive poses. The image communicated toughness, youth rebellion, and outsider energy. It placed the group in a lineage of masculine performance codes, but with the precision and polish of idol styling. As the group developed, their identity softened and expanded. School uniforms, sportswear, casual denim, pastel palettes, floral shirts, and vulnerable close-up imagery allowed a more emotional register. They were not locked into the hard image. Instead, their visual identity began to mirror psychological growth. This is essential to the character builder. The audience is invited to witness evolution. Visual change becomes part of the emotional bond. Later eras introduced more refined tailoring, luxury fashion, surreal music video imagery, and highly coordinated color systems. The group could appear as romantic figures, cosmic dreamers, disciplined performers, retro entertainers, or elegant global ambassadors. The flexibility did not weaken the brand. It strengthened it because the audience had learned to expect transformation. BTS also shows how group identity can balance unity and individuality. In many campaigns, the members are styled within a shared framework, similar palette, similar formality level, similar concept, but each receives a variation. One may wear a softer silhouette, another a sharper cut, another a more experimental accessory or hair color. The viewer reads both the collective and the individual. This is one of the most sophisticated lessons from K-pop systems. Cohesion does not require sameness. Member identity as design strategy. For groups, the most valuable visual question is not only what does the group look like? It is also how does each person function inside the group image? A successful K-pop visual system creates contrast between members without breaking the whole. Each performer becomes a character type within a larger cast. These roles can be musical, emotional, visual, or behavioral. One member may carry elegance. Another may carry playfulness. Another may carry intensity. Another may carry softness. Another may carry mystery. These traits are not always fixed, but they provide anchors for fans and creative teams. The styling supports these anchors through micro-decisions. Silhouette. A member associated with sharpness may receive structured jackets, narrow trousers, clean lines, and angular hair. A member associated with softness may receive knits, fluid shirts, lighter colors, or relaxed shapes. Color. Color can distinguish emotional position. Black and red may intensify power. White and beige may suggest purity or intimacy. Blue may create melancholy or distance. Pink, lavender, or mint may introduce delicacy, surrealism, or youth. Hair and beauty. Hair is one of the fastest identity signals in K-pop. Color changes can mark a new era, but they also help organize group visibility. In a 7-member group, hair becomes a map. Blonde, black, silver, pink, blue, and red are not just fashion choices, they are recognition tools. Accessories. Earrings, chokers, gloves, harness details, glasses, rings, and headwear can assign personality. Small objects become repeatable codes, especially in close-up photography and fancams. Movement. Character is not only worn. It is performed. Choreography, gesture, facial expression, posture, and camera interaction all determine how the visual identity is understood. For artists and creative directors, this is a crucial point. A look that works in a still image may fail in motion. K-pop identity succeeds because it is designed for movement from the beginning. The era system. One of K-pop's most influential contributions to modern music branding is the era system. An era is a complete visual campaign built around a song, album, or concept. It usually includes teaser images, music video styling, album packaging, choreography, stage outfits, social media assets, and press appearances. Each era has its own visual rules, but must still connect to the artist's larger identity. This is different from random reinvention. A true era has internal consistency. For example, an era might be built around school rebellion. The visual system could include uniforms, lockers, sneakers, handwritten graphics, youthful colors, and energetic choreography. Another era might explore temptation or darkness, using velvet, black leather, red lighting, smoky sets, and slower, more sensual movement. Another might lean into retro optimism with flared trousers, warm color palettes, disco references, and playful staging. The audience learns to identify the era almost instantly. This creates memory. For streaming platforms, the era appears as cover art, profile images, canvas clips, and playlist thumbnails. For social media, it appears as teaser grids, short-form clips, dance challenges, and behind-the-scenes content. For stage, it becomes outfits, lighting, camera blocking, and choreography. For merchandise, it becomes typography, symbols, colors, and collectible objects. The era system is powerful because it gives fans a world to enter. Why fans complete the system? The character builder is not finished by the artist alone. It is completed by the audience. K-pop fandoms are unusually skilled at decoding visual information. Fans analyze teaser images, color choices, props, lyrics, choreography, and recurring symbols. They compare eras, track member styling, create edits, collect photo cards, and circulate images across platforms. This behavior turns identity into participation. A strong visual system gives fans material to interpret. A weak system gives them only content to consume. The difference matters. Interpretation creates emotional investment. Fans do not simply watch the artist, they help maintain the mythology. BTS benefited from this dynamic because their identity allowed both personal intimacy and symbolic depth. The group could be read as friends, performers, characters, role models, and narrative figures. Their visual world was accessible enough for casual audiences, but layered enough for dedicated fans to revisit and decode. For modern artists, this is one of the most valuable lessons. The visual identity should not explain everything at once. It should leave room for recognition, speculation, and emotional attachment. Strengths of the character builder. The character builder archetype offers several advantages. It allows constant renewal. Because the identity is built on transformation, change does not feel like a betrayal. New hair, new styling, new concepts, and new moods are expected. It supports merchandise and collectability. Multiple looks create multiple objects, photo cards, posters, vinyl variants, digital assets, tour visuals, fashion collaborations, and limited edition drops. It performs well across platforms. The archetype generates abundant visual content, teasers, rehearsals, styling reveals, choreography clips, fan edits, performance videos, and transformation moments. It works especially well for groups, but solo artists can also use it. A solo performer can build characters across different songs, videos, tours, or emotional states. The key is to maintain a recognizable core beneath the changes. The character builder also creates a strong bridge between music and fashion. Each concept becomes an opportunity to explore styling as storytelling, not simply as decoration. Risks of the character builder. The main danger is overcomplexity. If every era changes too much without a stable emotional center, the audience may lose the thread. Transformation becomes noise. The artist may appear designed but not known. Another risk is artificiality. Highly constructed identity can feel distant if it lacks emotional truth. K-pop systems often succeed when polish is balanced with vulnerability, behind-the-scenes footage, member interactions, direct fan communication, live imperfections, and personal storytelling. There is also the risk of visual exhaustion. Constant reinvention requires resources, planning, and discipline. New concepts must be strong enough to justify themselves. If the system produces change only for novelty, it becomes empty. For creative teams, the lesson is clear: complexity must be organized. The audience should feel richness, not confusion. Building a character system. For artists who want to use this archetype, the process should begin with a character map. Define the core emotional identity first. Is the artist's world built around youth, power, melancholy, fantasy, rebellion, sensuality, spirituality, humor, or transformation? Then define the repeatable codes. These may include recurring colors, silhouettes, symbols, gestures, camera styles, textures, or lyrical themes. Next, define the range of transformation. What can change from era to era? Hair, palette, styling genre, set design, choreography, typography, and mood may all shift. But something must remain consistent enough for recognition. For groups, assign visual lanes to each member. These should not be rigid stereotypes, but flexible centers of gravity. The audience should be able to recognize how each person contributes to the total image. Finally, design identity in motion. Test the look in rehearsal, on vertical video, on stage, in close-up, in low light, and in fan-captured footage. The character builder lives across formats, not only in editorial images. The character builder's core lesson. The character builder proves that modern artist identity can operate like world building. BTS and the broader K-pop system show how fashion, choreography, color, styling, narrative, and fan participation can be integrated into one scalable machine. The artist becomes more than a performer. They become a living set of characters, each era revealing another version of the same underlying story. This archetype is not about pretending to be someone else. At its best, it is about giving structure to the many selves an artist already contains. For the modern musician, the question is no longer only, what is my look? The deeper question is, what world do I allow my audience to enter, and who do I become inside it?